got to know what your costs are, Ray. You got to know what it costs you to run. You got to know what it takes to replace mowers and to replace... I know exactly what it takes to replace all that shit, man. I buy. Y'all see me buy crap all the time. I know what a mower costs. I do. Trust me, I do. I got 4 of them. And I've had many of them over the years. I know what weed eaters, blowers, edgers, fuel, truck, tires, all that costs. I know what all that costs, believe it or not. Okay, y'all, good morning. Tuesday morning, we're getting a little bit of a late start. Nobody's fault, it's just the nature of it. Because, quite frankly, we are, well, got a lot going on, man. So, I put the part on the skid steer last night, and it's not, something's not right. I don't know, man. I'm at the point now to where I'm about ready just to take it to the dealer. I'm gonna take it off one more time and look. I'm hoping, it seems like there's something blocking the fluid from coming through that block, that manifold. And maybe, you know, I'm so green at this crap, I don't really know. There's so much I don't know. It's kind of hard to install the fittings wrong. You know, the couplers, I've replaced them before. But my thinking, maybe, y'all, I mean, it sounds like a straight J-Bo move. Maybe there's some kind of, maybe they got some kind of packaging thing down in there that I didn't see or whatever. I don't know, but I'm only gonna spend so much time on it, and then I'm gonna take it to the dealer. So, and I guarantee I can take it to the dealer. It ain't gonna cost me nothing at this point. Now, that manifold there, the block that all the couplers go in, that is not that's not under warranty. Now if it failed on its own, it would be, but it didn't. So and really that's the only reason why I didn't take it to the dealer to begin with, because I knew it wasn't going to fall under no warranty. But I done paid for all the parts. So what I'll do now is I'll take the machine to the dealer and leave it with them. We got 2 or 3 days of rain coming. I don't have no skid steer work, so yeah, I'm going to be calling the dealer today, and not the dealer I went to yesterday, but the dealer I bought the machine off of. The machine only has like 400 hours on it, 380 hours or something like that. So we ain't, yeah, it's and it's got a great warranty. Damn, dog. When I, you know, hit the attachment button, the machine is kicking the fluid to the block, and that block is getting hot, but none of the lines going to any attachment is getting hot, if that makes sense. So, only 1 or 2 things it could possibly be that I can think of on my limited knowledge overall, right? And I'm going to try to get done at a decent time. I'm gonna try to be able to be done by lunchtime. So I might just take the machine. Well, probably what I'll do, I'm gonna take it apart one more time, and I'm gonna look in there really good to make sure there's no factory seal or anything in there that is blocking it from flowing. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be letting the fluid out of the block. The manifold could be a faulty manifold for all I know. I mean, I got the box. So a blanket statement here, y'all, real quick. Keep in mind that we're part-time out here. We are not, you know, a full-time outfit. I don't work 40 hours a week or nothing. I mean, that's, you know, the basis, you know, all the numbers that we have here that I show you guys, that's based on a part-time, you know, roughly 8 to 10 man hours per day. That you know, usually we work 4 or 5 hours. That's the fact. Now sometimes we'll hit 6, but rarely. So for all the guys that want to try to go in and try to figure out exactly to the penny what they make per man hour, or what they need to make per man hour, and if you charge by the hour, then I get it. That makes all the sense in the world. I have found, and for me and my business and what I'm doing, I don't want to charge by the hour on anything, not nothing. The only way I will charge by the hour is if I just can't see a way to where I can see the future, where I just can't tell how long it's going to take me to do something. But whenever I do that, then I always end up not losing, but not making as much money as I would have if I had bid it on the straight job. Especially with skid steer work. And keep in mind too, the $800 a day minimum, what I need to make to be good, that's in the lawn maintenance stuff. And you know, I do a lot more than lawn maintenance you know, damn dude, you're flying over that corner there, to make ends meet, you know. So it's hard to compare, like I told the other guy a couple weeks ago, that's, you know, it's hard to compare if you're doing lawn maintenance and to your numbers to my numbers. That's, you know, because you have no idea what it costs for me to run. I don't know, man. I just, you know, it just seems silly to me, you know, to make bold, hardcore comments like, I don't know what my numbers are, and Shane over DLT don't know what his numbers are, and, you know, we don't know what our numbers are because we haven't expressed that on YouTube. Well, to me being in business 17, 18 years, that says it all. So, and not just surviving, but actually evolving and growing and all that. For what I am and what I do and where I started from, I'm doing pretty good out here. I'm exceeding expectations. So again, it just seems silly to me to come on the channel comments and make these statements when you don't even watch the videos. That makes people, and I'm not calling no names, but that makes people look foolish. It's like going into a courtroom without a freaking and not knowing the case. Come on, man. Don't come in the comments if you're not gonna watch the video, because you're probably gonna get embarrassed. I mean, I don't know what else to say. If you're gonna comment, if I'm you or anybody, I'm gonna watch the video before I make a comment, because they might miss a whole. It seems like some guys just read the freaking read the thumbnail, and yeah, and then they start commenting like they watched the whole video or whatever. And they haven't. But we may end up doing the bushes over here today. It looks like we can, man. I don't see why we can't, man. So I'm gonna call him, and yeah, they need them bad. Okay guys, so we just got over here. We're gonna do these bushes. They're not on the schedule for today, but we're gonna go on and do them. I'm gonna do the ones across the garage there with the small hedge trimmers. He's gonna do the ones right there, and then he's gonna go down the side. So the timing would be like this. I will go on and hit them. And then I'll start doing the yard, see, and come behind him blowing. So, well, you got him doing it. It ain't gonna take long, man. It's $200 to do the bushes. Shit, I think
You know? I work for a lot less, for sure. Let me see if I can put y'all somewhere where y'all can kind of see things on the front here. Time lapse coming. So yeah, we got to blow them out, and there's a little spot right here we didn't get right there. Y'all see that? All right, y'all. So y'all see the bushes here? It's not even going to take us. The bushes are paying $200, and I know, you know, based on some of the people that come in the comments, it's crazy, but yeah. So the bushes over here are going to pay $200. And it'll probably take us, both of us, if we're both working on the bushes, probably 30 minutes. And I went across right there a quarter of it in 10 or 15 minutes, man, right? So for all the guys that want to, you know, hourly, you know, what you don't know what your costs are, hourly, you know, I get so tired of hearing that word. That ought to be a curse word. That only benefits, well, it only benefits whoever's paying, usually. For a guy like me that works efficient on everything. I don't work efficient on this and not work efficient on that and blah blah. I'll tell you, I really like having this guy out here, man. And I know I say that about everybody, and you know, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I mean, you have to. But he's really a humble, you know, and he's a great worker, man. I just love it, man. I love it. I'm very comfortable. The more he's out here, the more comfortable I am. You know, it's hard to tell when somebody first comes out here, you know, how are they going to communicate with you and everything. He communicates with me very well. That's important, man. All the little things. He doesn't get mad about nothing. That other guy, every time you say something to him, he'd have something to say. He'd get mad about everything, man. I got a job I got to look at today too, so I need to get that address. So a lot of times when I jot an address down, you know, real quick, and I don't want to go into the phone of it, I'll just take a picture of it on where I write it down at. So usually, you know, and so let me take a picture of that. Okay, so I got that. So over here, let me write some stuff down real quick on my head, on my memory here. And a little on the back side of that, but we kind of, well, we only have one set of hedge trimmers, the articulating hedge trimmers with us. We wasn't for sure we were going to be doing this, so that's why we are a little bit all over the place. So I'm gonna try to set y'all down somewhere. But we gotta get all these, and all of them. $200. It ain't even gonna take. It ain't even gonna take an hour, man. More like probably 35 or 40 minutes. So one hour man hour because there's two of us. But we're doing the yard too, and that's another 120. So. Yeah, we're gonna be at what, $320, $330 before we leave here. And we ain't gonna be. Yeah, he does a good job. So I'm gonna put you back on time lapse. the conversation has been about, you know, do you know your numbers? And what do you have to charge hourly to make a profit? And all that there. So just to show y'all, and I ain't doing this by the hour, just keep that in mind over this whole conversation I'm fixing to have right here. I'm not doing this by the hour, okay? So if I was doing it by the hour and I charged hell, I'd be charging, well, I wouldn't make near the money. There ain't no way that it would take 2 man-hours to do this, 2.5 man-hours to do this. No way. We'll do the whole yard in less than that, and the bushes. We're probably going to be over here, and I'm talking about man-hours. So we got 30 minutes on the bushes. So 2 guys, that's 1 man-hour, right? For the bushes. And then if you want to somehow, some way factor in the yard at $1.20, well, I don't do that by the hour either. Well, I don't do anything by the hour. So we had 200 on the bushes in 1 man-hour, right? 30 minutes here and 30 minutes there. There's no confusion here. Just want to throw that out there. We are approximately 4 miles from my house, and we have 2 trucks. So fuel in the other truck, we'll say, I mean, for today, this is as far as we're going to go from my house. So everything that we do from this point on is going toward the house, back home, right? We're still in the city. That's a cost, right? Well, Ray, you don't need 2 trucks. No, I don't. I damn sure don't. But I want to get to a point over here and get to the next one where I can leave him at the next one, and then I can go do an additional $100 property that was really, we should have done yesterday, but with all the things going on, it didn't. I didn't count it against yesterday's money, but I knew that we'd be, you got to know what you're doing the next day and the next day. I knew we'd be over in that general area today, and I knew that I'll be able to pull off, the benefit of having 2 trucks, pull off and go do that yard. It's a $100 yard, and it takes me it takes me 25 minutes, and it's Bermuda grass, so it ain't even growing. I won't even have to edge. Very little weed eating just around the back porch. So just for this job right here, and y'all see it, I'll put I got the GoPro going down there. Just for this job right here, we're gonna make $320, and that's the yard and the bushes. So $320 is the number that we're gonna make on this property right here. Now I don't care how long it takes. I know it's not gonna take us 3 hours, which would be 6 man-hours if you got 2 people. 6 man-hours would be $50 an hour, $53, $54, $55 an hour at $320. We're not going to be over here no 3 hours. We may be over here a total. Well, we got an hour on the bushes and we're done. So, and I'm talking about not an hour for 2 men, 30 minutes for 2 men. So, so 1 hour on the bushes, that's $200, right? If I came over here and charging $100 an hour, well, they wouldn't, number one, they wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't want to do it, because it'd take me 2 hours to get to the same money that I'm getting to in 30 minutes on just the bushes. Now, you's a damn fool if you do lawn maintenance by the hour. Well, you got to know what your costs are, Ray. You got to know what it costs you to run. You got to know what it takes to replace mowers and to replace. I know exactly what it takes to replace all that shit, man. I buy. Y'all see me buy crap all the time. I know what a mower costs. I do. Trust me, I do. I got 4 of them, and I've had many of them over the years. I know what weed eaters, blowers, edgers, fuel, truck, tires, all that costs. I know what all that costs, believe it or not. So, back to it. So we got 30 minutes each man on the bushes. That's 1 hour. That's $200. And now I'm gonna do the yard. at 120. So that's $320. The yard, it takes about another 30 minutes. So it don't even take that long with 2 people. We're not usually about 30 minutes with 2 people, but usually when we get to a certain point over here, I'll send the guy on to the next one. So my guy might be over here 15 minutes and I'll be over here 30 minutes to do the yard. So that's 45 minutes. So 45 minutes to do the yard. I charge $120 to do the yard over here. So we'll add $120 on to the 200. So we got 1 man hour in the bushes for 200. And then we got another man hour in the yard for 120. If you're breaking it down like that, I don't break it down like that because it doesn't matter. I want to make sure I hit 800 to 900 or more per day on the mowing maintenance only. And we're part-time. I got to say that and stress that we are part-time. We don't work 8 or 9 hours a day, because if we did, we wouldn't have enough work. But, we can take on more work, but I think I've said it in 100 videos, I've kept the workflow down to where in a pinch I can do it by myself with minimal killing me, right? So basically over here, we're going to be over here for 2 man hours for $320. Now, that's, if I did it by the hour, well, there's no way I could, if say I'm charging $80 per man hour, we'd be at $160. So you do it by the hour if you want to. I ain't. And, and we'd be dragging to do that. We'd be dragging our time. I don't want to drag my time. So ask yourself, am I making money on this job over here? I mean, what does it cost me to come over here? 6 miles from my house. That's like 12 miles because I'm in 2 trucks. All the mileage will be times 2 on a truck that I paid for. That's paid for. And just because a truck costs you this, it doesn't mean it costs me that. And I don't know if y'all knew this, but I can fix a lot of stuff myself. I did a lot of stuff to that truck with my own time in the wintertime, which is what I usually do with things. So $320 over here is great for 2 man hours. If you're charging $100 an hour, that's $200. If you're charging $150 per man hour, you'd have to be charging $160 per man hour over here in order to get $320. Well, I can tell you right now, folks around here ain't gonna pay that. If I went to them and told them I need $160 per hour, they would look at me like I'm crazy. And that's why one of the main reasons why I don't like to do things hourly, because, well, when you do things hourly, you're not being all you can be. You're not benefiting from your experience, right? But if you do things based on the bid of the job, no way I'm gonna do bushes for by the hour. Ain't no way. I don't want to hold the hedge trimmers no 3 hours. Kidding me? So there's that. So today we're going to easily hit the 800, easy. And I feel a lot better today about the immediate future because we're getting rain for sure come Friday. And I'm going to use the mower to clean up. And I'm sitting in the truck for 15 minutes doing a video, and we're still going to be out of here within 2 man hours. Ain't that sweet, man? So how much do I need to make per man hour? Well, I can tell you this, if I'm making 150 per man hour, then I'll be able to cover everything that I need to cover. Trust that. So, unfortunately, Every job's not like this. Some of them but I don't even pay attention to the man hours. I really don't. And when you do the properties, the same properties that I've been doing all this time, you know how long it takes to do everything. So, like I said, we'll work approximately 5 hours out here, and we're probably going to be around $900. And he just texted me. Add 30 to it. He wants me to spray too after we get done blowing out the bushes. So add 30 to it, man. So now we're at $350. Now, the 30 that I charge to spray, that probably cost me, we'll say, that cost me $5 in spray. So that's really 25 profit right there. Not a big deal, but when you're already here and you're already here and you're already here, why not, right? So we'll add spray on to that. So now we're at $350 for two man hours. That's $175 per man hour. I don't need to know how much it takes per man hour. I know, but it's not relevant really, because I'm gonna do things the same way. It doesn't change anything by knowing that. I know that I'm gonna bid things accordingly. I know I'm going to bid things in a way to where we're going to make top dollar based on my experience, my guys' experience, and the equipment that I got. So today we're probably looking at $30 in fuel total for both trucks. That's how close we are to my house. So fuel to come over here, shit. Not even $10. I mean, what I get, how much is fuel now? I get a little over 2 gallons for $10. I get about 3 gallons for $10, a gallon and a half each. Yeah, so this truck gets about 11 or 12 miles to the gallon. That one gets about 13 miles to the gallon. So we're not gonna be, we'll say 30 in fuel. Let's just be safe. Let's go overkill. 30 in fuel. Well, first of all, we got to get that in number of the day, because it didn't cost me 30 in fuel to come to this one. I'm not going to take 30 in fuel out of the 350 I'm making here. We'll take 10. So wear and tear on the truck, we'll take 50 per day. Per truck, if that's what you want to do, whatever. Doesn't matter, because when the truck goes down, I'm gonna fix it. And I know that I'm making enough money to where I don't have to worry about all the little things. And a lot of times people spend more time worried about all those little bitty things, and while they're trying to figure out if they need to make $80 per man hour, or they need to make $82 per man hour. While they're trying to figure all that out, I'm coming in and killing it with not doing it by the hour, and not thinking about the man hour, and just doing it based on skill, experience, equipment, and labor, and just bid on it. Done. That's how I roll. But make no mistake, if I was over here and we were doing this yard and the bushes, and we were only making $100, then I would know that that's not going to get it. You got to have some sense of common sense, if you will. So my boy Justin is awesome, man. He is great. I love having him out here. But I hope that explains a little bit of it, and I'll touch on this, and then I'll go in the video and edit it, and I'm gonna break down the total cost today based on everything, based on today, not tomorrow, not yesterday. Oh, FYI, on yesterday, Mr. Mo came in the comments, I guess this morning, said, you drove 100 miles yesterday with 2 trucks, but I didn't. That's not something that I do every day, dude. I mean, I had to go get the parts for the skid steer, man, so I can make big money. I know you don't know nothing about that, but I'm just saying that I had to go get the parts for a mistake that I made. So there are times where the business is going to take a hit, but know this,
That truck right there didn't drive no more than 15 miles or so yesterday. Less than 20. Guarantee it. This truck drove all the way up and did 3 yards, and then went on the way, I said, on the way to getting the parts that I needed for the skid steer. So now, I really streamlined things for the rest of the week, so now we don't have to drive that far. So now we can kind of, our density's really looking pretty good, as long as everything will grow and we get some freaking rain. So I don't know, it seemed like you watch a piece of the video but you don't watch it all. I would never take 2 trucks 100 miles. Are you freaking kidding me, man? You're insulting my intelligence, and that's offensive. And it's coming off as a hater. I just want you to know that. You all right with me? I don't, you know, you don't pay none of my bills, so I don't really, you know, it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna do what I do, but you're not gonna be able to come in the comments and try to embarrass me on my own channel when it's not even accurate what you're saying. What you're doing is you're embarrassing yourself by being misinformed. You know, that's sort of like, you know, me running up to a yard and I ain't got a lawnmower. You running up into the comments and you don't have the appropriate equipment, meaning knowledge, to really comment on things that you're commenting on. You need to check the video out a little bit deeper before you comment, man. I mean, damn, dude, you make yourself look really, you know, not smart. You know, I don't know. So, yeah. All right.